Regarding the arteries that are located on the posterior abdominal wall, the major artery is, of course, the abdominal aorta. From your previous knowledge, especially of the thorax, you people might remember that aorta has different parts according to its location and course. So aorta basically begins from the left ventricle of the heart as ascending aorta. Then it forms an arch, which is called the arch of aorta, and that arch continues on the left side by descending towards the diaphragm as descending thoracic aorta, and piercing the diaphragm through its aortic opening, it enters the posterior abdominal wall, where it changes its name to abdominal aorta. So abdominal aorta, it begins in front of the 12th thoracic vertebra. It continues to descend behind the peritoneum on the anterior surface of the vertebral bodies, of which vertebrae? Lumbar vertebrae. At the level of the 4th lumbar vertebra, it divides into its bifurcation, and it bifurcates into common iliac arteries. On the right side to aorta lies which other vessel? Inferior vena cava. Also cisterna chyli, which is the lymphatic sac, and the beginning of the azygous vein. All of these structures, they lie on the right side of the aorta. Whereas on the left side of the aorta lies the abdominal part of the sympathetic chain. So this was the beginning, course, and relations of the abdominal aorta. Branches of the abdominal aorta include, or they are broadly divided into some groups. We have 3 anterior visceral branches. There are 3 lateral branches. Then we have 5 lateral abdominal wall branches. And then in the last, we have 3 terminal branches. The 3 visceral anterior branches include, number 1, celiac trunk, number 2, superior mesenteric artery, and number 3, inferior mesenteric artery. Their levels are also shown in this diagram. Celiac artery begins at the level of 12th thoracic vertebra, superior mesenteric artery at the level of 1st lumbar vertebra, and inferior mesenteric artery begins at the level of 3rd lumbar vertebra, whereas the bifurcation takes place at 4th lumbar vertebra. The 3 lateral branches include suprarenal artery, renal artery, and testicular or ovarian artery. Since these are the lateral branches, so obviously they are going to be right and left side. 5 lateral abdominal wall branches include the inferior phrenic artery and 4 lumbar arteries. And in the last, the 3 terminal branches include the 2 common iliac. Here you can see in the diagram the 2 common iliac and the median sacral artery. Now, all of these branches you must have studied or will study in the different subregions of the abdomen and pelvis. So the details of their courses and their further branches will be covered or would have been covered with different regions of the abdomen and pelvis. Let's move on to the inferior vena cava, the veins on the posterior abdominal wall. Inferior vena cava, as you all know, it receives the blood from the body below the diaphragm and takes it to the right atrium of the heart. What is the formation? How is the inferior vena cava formed? It is formed by the union of the common iliac veins behind the right common iliac artery at the level of fifth lumbar vertebra. All of these levels are asked in the MCQs. The course of inferior vena cava is that it ascends on the right side of the aorta, pierces the central tendon of the diaphragm at the level of 8th thoracic vertebra, and finally drains into the right atrium of the heart. The right sympathetic trunk lies behind the right margin of the inferior vena cava, and the right ureter lies about ½ inch from the right border of the inferior vena cava. The tributaries of the inferior vena cava include the 2 anterior visceral tributaries, hepatic veins, 3 lateral visceral tributaries, which include the right suprarenal, renal veins, right testicular or ovarian vein, 5 lateral abdominal wall tributaries, which include the inferior phrenic vein and 4 lumbar veins, and 3 veins of its formation, which include the 2 common iliac veins and the median sacral vein. So regarding the lymphatics of the posterior abdominal wall, they are found to be closely related to the aorta, and they form a pre-aortic and right-left lateral aortic, also called para-aortic or lumbar chain. तो जो ये lymph nodes होती हैं, ये aorta के आसपास arranged होती हैं. अब pre-aortic lymph nodes जो हैं, जो कि pre बता रहा है नाम के anterior to aorta पड़ी हुई हैं. They lie around the origin of its 3 anterior visceral branches. कौन सी? Celiac, superior mesenteric and inferior mesenteric arteries. Then हमारे पास ये जो pre-aortic lymph nodes हैं, they drain the lymph from the GIT except the lower 1/3 of esophagus, extending मतलब ये include करता है lower 1/3 of esophagus से लेकर halfway down the anal canal, और इसके साथ जो associated glands हैं, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder वगैरह, वहां तमाम से ये pre-aortic lymph nodes receive करते हैं lymph. अब इनसे जो efferents निकलेंगी, they will form large intestinal trunks. नेक्स्ट हमारे पास ये आ जाता है पैरा एओर्टिक, जिसको लैटरल या लंबर लिम्फ नोड्स भी कहते हैं. ये ड्रेन करते हैं लिम्फ फ्रॉम द किडनीज एंड सुप्रारीनल्स, जो इनके एड्रिनल ग्लैंड्स हैं. मेल्स में टेस्टिस से भी रिसीव करते हैं, फीमेल्स में ओवरी से रिसीव करते हैं, यूट्राइन ट्यूब से, फंडस ऑफ द यूट्रस से, एब्डोमिनल वॉल्स के डीप लिम्फेटिक से लिम्फ ड्रेन करते हैं, एंड फ्रॉम द कॉमन आइलिक नोड्स. एंड अगेन इसके जो पैरा एओर्टिक से आगे जो efferent lymphatics निकलती हैं, they are going to form the right and left lumbar trunks. Now all of these trunks will ultimately form what? A lymphatic sac. एक थैला सा बनाएंगी. उस थैले का नाम क्या होगा? उस सैक का, उस बैग का नाम क्या होगा? Cisterna chyli. Cistern, sac-like, and chyli referring to lymph. ये जो सैक होता है बेटे, ये पड़ा होता है anterior to the lumbar vertebrae L1, L2, L3, posterior to the right side of the abdominal aorta, and superiorly it leads to the beginning of the thoracic duct. Now rest of the details of the thoracic duct, you have covered it in the thorax.